Hello people, it's that time. It's that time again. There we go again. Welcome everyone to my live stream. I'm Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good and I hope everyone's well. So let's get straight to it then. So for tonight's menu, obviously it's my night off and I'm going to be opening the GR3 lobby in a couple of minutes at 7:30 UK time. So gives us a chance to have a chat for a couple of minutes and then we'll go from there. So obviously I hope everyone's doing good on the Friday evening, or Friday afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're up to. So just when you thought that we had the recent update on Wednesday with some new cars, obviously, that which some that have the internal combustion engines, some that are electric, and then so just as we're about to, usually get that sorted update until that morning, on the Thursday morning, with cars announcing that there's going to be a Spec 3 update. Yes, you heard it there, a Spec 3 update coming on the coming on December. So not a bad way to finish off the year on a positive note. So we've got somebody who is coming in to say hello. Welcome along, Brandon. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. So yeah, Spec 3 update coming on December, which will feature 8 new cars, which there's some that where they've showed some car models of what's going to be featured on the game. There's the GT3 car, the Ferrari 296, obviously, and there's the late 90s Formula car, the Formula 1 type of car. Welcome along, Jimmy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting us know, and I hope all is well from your end too. So yeah, obviously we've got a Mitsubishi FTO that's coming on there. Obviously that car that I've used a lot through the early days of GT1, GT2, and so we've got Tyler Man who was in. We've got a few people waiting, so let's get straight into the multiplayer section. So we're going to be kick-starting off procedures with we're going to be racing at Kyoto to begin the evening. So bit of practice, bit of qualifying, and then we crack on with some sprint racing. BOP's on. You can change the brake balance to how you like it. I think set it to 100, so therefore that continuation time's long enough for those who wish to get a last lap dash in also for qualifying. So let's save that settings, and other than that, so we don't really know exactly what other cars will be added to the game. However, we'll also be adding some new tracks that will be added to the game. That is the Yas Marina circuit. There's also Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, 2 Formula 1 tracks that are going to be added to the game. So let's open the lobby. Is this 7:30? Check my livery, spreading the love. No worries. Let's see what livery Jimmy's put up for when he makes an appearance. So I've got racing stuff, so there we go. So there's Jimmy, there's Tyler, and data telemetry that is getting added to the game as well. So you could check your racing lines, the braking, etc., etc. So a lot new menu books. So there's much more as well, and online improvements to online racing. So we don't really know the full extent of the improving the online detail, online gaming. So whether that means maybe, possibly adding a few more people in the lobby, because there's 16. Obviously, there's 16 people in a lobby, Whereas the other games, you have more. So where if they're extending the grid, we don't really know until we get to know later on. So we will see. We will see. But other than that, Jimmy's forgot to fetch something. Perhaps changing the oil. Hopefully, should be back because otherwise the lobby's gonna fill up a lot quickly. Yes, greetings to you, Sean. So what shall we be out in? Well, give Porsche a go. Welcome along, Ted. Pog Telly, welcome along. So you're Pog Telly. Welcome along, nice to meet you. Lobbies are filling up quickly. 12 people in, so we've got Delta Bell who's joined in. Welcome, Delta Bell. So, Delta Bell's in. There's just a few more people that's just coming in, which is, yeah, lovely to see. So we've got 15 out of 16, so... And we've got a full lobby. There we go. Didn't take long. I don't know if you can join in there, Jimmy, but I'm sure that there'll be a slot to Wallaby be available because the lobbies just fill up so quickly. So, okay, so let's announce the countdown to qualifying. Quali starting in. We'll give it 5 minutes. We'll give it 5 minutes. So it just gives us the chance to go and get the feel of the car, the track, and then we'll get qualifying underway. So the qualifying's set to 10 minutes. So if for those who wish you to have a shot of qualifying, just as short as 5 minutes, then let me know in the comments if you wish to have shot of qualifying. And for those who are wanting to race in the world, the qualifying's on the. And if you wish to race after qualifying, then feel free to say so. I have no issue just setting up the grid. It depends on if anybody's okay with a bit of spare time to allow the patience and time to be sure that I set the grid to allow others to jump in the race after quali are finished. I can hear the V8 on the BMW. Is that Tyler? I think it is. It is Tyler in the BMW with the Laser Tools livery on the M3. So just let this person by. We'll let Ted by. And then we'll get a lap in. Ah, sorry to hear that, buddy. There is a slot available as somebody's just left. So if you can get in and try refreshing if you can before I... Oh, sorry, mate. I just turned into you. And Jimmy's in. So we welcome Jimmy. That's okay. All good. All good. So let's have a look at who we got out of the grid. With a full lobby, of course. As we got Ekro, who is in the BMW. And we got Armoda in the Nissan. And there's Warm Oros in the Toyota Supra. And there's Culebro in the Mercedes. And there's Tyler Man in the BMW M3 with the laser tools. Glitching a little bit. So hopefully hopefully that glitch sorts itself out. Less of that, then hopefully. And we've got Ted in the Porsche, Pog Tally, and there's James H in the Ford Mustang, in the NASCAR type of livery from Mr. McDowell, who was the winner of the Daytona 500 at one stage. And there's Sean in the Ford GT. Wow, just fully committed through these curves. And so we've got Afros, Danny C, Marcos, Luca, Delta Bell in the BMW. Yeah, it's just like you get people coming and going in the pits. And so spare a moment to say hello to people. And before we get going, please be civil and respectful to other racers and have fun. So, quali's starting soon. And best of luck. And please leave space. And be respectful. Okie dokie. So that's everybody ticked in. So we are good to get qualifying underway. Good luck, everyone. Luca, you're going to have to change tyres as you're on the intermediates. I've only just noticed. Unless he's changed it in the last second. Yeah, he's got intermediate, so you're gonna have to tell him that. Is somebody hoping for a wet race at Kyoto? I don't even rain to this track. So let's get the tyres and brakes into temperature. Let's go. Somebody's in the wall, or on the grass I should say. Thank you for letting me by. Currently second fastest at the moment. Just need to find a few tenths there. The track will start to improve, so therefore everybody else should get a little faster if they can. Cheers, Ted. Let's see what time can I get this time round. Bit of an improvement. Luke has left, so there is a slot for somebody who wishes to race this one. Otherwise we'll just crack on with the sprint racing action. Thank you for letting me by. used all the curb. So I've got the German up front. Oh, he's currently lagging there. Whoa. Just had to be mindful, I just needed to cool down for a bit. I'm not going to spawn back into the pits or anything, but it's just let me by. Player Sport! Player Sport is in! Welcome along, buddy. I don't know if you want to race this one, but if you... it's up to you if you want to race this one or not, and then regardless that you'll be on the next one if any. So regardless, well, thank you very much for tuning in. Spare moment to say hello to Craig. So this is what is going to be my final attempt of qualifying. You gotta go, 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 go. I'm not rushing, I'm not rushing. Tyres and brakes are gonna get cold later on then. No. Not gonna be an idle start of the lap because I was just too slow out. Yes, Craig. Welcome along. Thank you very much for tuning in, and pleasure to have you in my lobby. I hope you're well. Whoa! Almost lost it on the curbs, but I kept the foot down to the floor. Might have got a penalty for exceeding track limits, which I have. Okay. I'll just finish it off. Make sure I'm not in people's way. Wasn't an ideal start of the lap anyway, as I was just letting people by, but a lot to play for in the race. Yes. Thank you very much for the hype. Thank you very much for the hype, Craig. So for those who are liking the content on what I'm doing, hit the like button and subscribe if you like to see some open loppy races from my side in any car category in particular, where you have the GT3s, GR3s, GR4s, GR2s, GR1s. So obviously, by the time when we get towards the end of the year, then therefore that a lot of people are going to be tuning into play some new cars, especially the Ferrari 296 GT3. That'll be added onto it. So even though the franchise itself sold over 100 million copies, which is a lot to say that the franchise came out the first game came out in 1997, And yeah, every story has a beginning for sure. So we've got Ekro taking pole position with Holbedi in second, myself in third, Almunda in fourth, Delta Bell in fifth, Marcos in sixth, Arthos in seventh, Culebro in eighth. We've got Tyler Mann in ninth, Pogtelli in 10th, Warmorose in 11th, James H in 12th. We've got Sean in 13th, Hypex in 14th, Faf Berling in 15th, and there's Luca, who was in the lobby but left. So there's 15 of us racing this one. Unless you want to race this one, Craig, it's up to you. I have no issue doing the grid, and that's if it's okay with everybody else. So if you like to spectate to me, I mean, it's up to you, really. So somebody's left. So another slot is open for somebody who wishes to race in my lobby. So, without further ado, have a good race, everyone. Best of luck, and let's have a clean race as well. And before we get going, and grid start with 4-star check is on. So if you accidentally hit somebody, and if you feel it's your fault, you know, just take your time to pull over to one side, give the place back where you can and where it's safe to do so. Don't rush it, just take your time to give the place back to the person you made contact with. And failing to apply that principle will just be straight in the bin. So, without further ado, let's get down to business and do the talking on the track, as we're about to begin the first race of the evening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Not sure what to expect, you know, because this is the first race since the new update. So let's see. Oh crap. Not like me on this one, but I was more than happy to let people by. I forgot the flipping handbrake or the foot brake, but it's okay. At least I can let everybody have a chance or so that somebody's gone off there. And there's Jimmy. Oh, a bit of lag. So I moved up a place, having had a full start. Just need to make my way from Sean. Ooh. Somebody had a moment up there. Testosterone overload. No problem. And this was after the what was one of the classic first lap do or die moments, that sort of thing. Light on the brakes. We're up into 7th. Holbeddy in first. Eckroyd second. Delta Bell in third. Got Marcos slow out of the corner. We're up into 6th. I'm enjoying this race so far. Well, having had a false start, well, what looks to be a last to first challenge, but yeah, it's just them little things about, well, with you know, just a couple of days after the update, so I was just very aware of what's around, and somebody too had that was one of the leaders, Holbeddy, who had a moment through the chicane. So we gained a place by default. I know Betty's left. Got some momentum through the chicane. Chasing up the Spaniard in the Mercedes. I can see P1 far up ahead. And then you have P2, P3 in the battle for second. And I'm just piling the pressure on the Spaniard for P4. Oh, he's gone wide. So on the last lap now. Getting closer and closer and closer. Who's going to be last to the brakes? Is he going to defend? Is he not? Oh, that was just sorry, bud. Go, 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 go. I felt there was some moving while under braking there. So I can get him. I can get him. Oh, he's got wide. Oh! Jinxed it, Anna. Jinxed it! Now, don't worry. It was fun until this point. Well, the Macro for the win. Whew. That's that first race over done with. Well done to those who took part. So well done to grab the replays if you want them. Want to choose the track for us, please? If there's a certain track you have in mind. So we've got Ekro taking the win with Armada in second, Delta Bell in third, Coolbro in fourth, Marcos in fifth, Alpha Aelfros in sixth, Warmoros in seventh. We've got Tyler Man in eighth, myself in ninth, Sean in 10th, Pogtelli, James, Holbeddy, the only ones to retire from this race. Red Bull Ring it is, okie dokie. So we're off to the Red Bull Ring. Let's have it in evening time. And then we've got 90 seconds, of course, which is how long each lasts. So, there we go. So we're off to the Red Bull Ring. That's if this still loads. To give itself some time to boot itself properly loaded onto the next track. Good job I've saved the settings in case all like that happens. Another 30 seconds, I think. I mean, it was like that the other day. So then, and it eventually worked when I've said that it was going to be another 30 seconds. Apologies for the delay. And not my fault when stuff like that happens. So. Perhaps maybe a room refresh if it's taking longer than it should. Come on, game. Come on. I could just eat the popcorn and all day. Whilst we travel like from one part of the country to the other. If it's necessary, then you never know that because of it. If I put room for refresh, so might as well just do that. And even if it does load up onto the track, then I do apologise for any inconvenience also. Refreshing room. Feel free to follow. Apologies for any inconvenience. So that's the only option really, as far as we're getting there. And I do apologise for that once more. So look out for Red Bull Ring, the full course in Group 3. Because it's just taking longer than it should really, so we want to keep things flowing for as much as possible, don't we? So we'll create a new room, load the lobby settings, and we are back. So hopefully there shouldn't be any issues this time round. So what turn shall we be out in? We shall give the BMW a try. We'll give the BMW a try. So we have Player Sport back in, welcome back. Who else we got back? We've got Pug Telly, welcome back Ted. So wait for a few more people and then therefore that we'll get the qualification underway. So the lobby's filling back up a lot. So Castrate, Arthos is back in. Welcome back. So, and now that we've got 5 of us in at least, perhaps maybe more, which there is more coming. Scotty's in. Welcome, Scotty. So we'll give it 7 mins. Qualifying countdown. So the qualifying's going to start in 7. So feel free to get some practice if you wish. And then we'll begin the qualifying. Obviously, there was at one stage a possibility of having a BMW M4 GT3 added to the game at one stage, but it was just from there on that obviously you have well, certain games that do have the that car in other game platforms and so. But at least for once, that we have a modern GT3 car that added to the game that's coming later on in the year. So therefore that we get a taste of some of the current models that are still racing in the Gran Tour, the GT world. And Delta Bell's back in. Welcome back, Delta Bell. So we have a Porsche up front, I think. Which we have. That was too much throttle. So I've got AMS drift kick here. So I'll probably get one more practice lap in and then see who we've got out on the track. Purple in this sector, and that car in front is not going to do me any harm at all. Obviously a bit of a tow there, so I've got a clean runoff area. Thought the German was going to be parking up the Porsche in the runoff. So, spare a moment to have a look at this lovely scenery at Spielberg. Obviously, you got the Red Bull and the Austrian flags laid all over it. And there's our friend Craig, one of the originals from the when I was religiously racing in his lobbies one stage, and then so. And apologies about my absence, for lately. It's just like, we've got other things to deal with by any means. We're just just continue to keep doing what we're doing, and then obviously, whereas for you, as far as we're all concerned, then yes, for those who don't know Player Sport, get to know, he has a channel for those who like to go and check him out on YouTube. He is a weekend service person, doing mainly Saturdays, especially in Group 3s, and he did once, at one stage, ran Super Formers, GR1s, GR2s, GR3s, obviously, which he still does to this day, and GR4s and go-karts sometimes, and yeah, so there we have it. So Player Sports is your guide to go and check out for those who like to race on his lobbies. Bearing in mind, they do fill up really quickly, so it's a first come, first served basis kind of thing, so just to give those a heads up. So we're going to very much a full lobby, so there is a slot for those who wish to race in this one. So there is Player Sport, and there is Te in the Marlboro Supra, having the moment there. Sir Castle Rage in the Porsche, and there's DMC RS in the Monster Ferrari. I've got Jan ragging it through the sausage curbs. And there's Ted in the Minions livery in the Ferrari. And there's Daigo RT in the Ferrari. And there's Legend in the Ford Mustang. No problem, Craig. Anytime. So I've got Agent in the Dodge Viper, and there's AMS King there, as Drift King as well, in the Lexus, and there's Break David in the Porsche. We've got Nod Pap in the BMW, Arthos in the Honda NSX, and there's Danny C Delta Bell. We've got Leadfoot, who has just joined in. Welcome along. So, Sparrowmont, so to say that quality is about to get underway. Are you ready, Leadfoot? Leadfoot's ready. Everybody else is ready. Let's get qualifying underway. Best of luck, everyone. Just let people by, and then feel free to wait along the same time as me for those who want to get some track position. It's like, it's not often I do open lobbies on the Fridays or Thursdays or whatever, besides me my normal Tuesday evening services. So obviously that because I go behind the scenes and then check what's going off, and then eventually when I do get the answer, then that's when we continue to keep the community flowing as we go along. Has anybody seen some of the news Formula 1 related as of today? Well, obviously, one of them I did read, obviously, is for those who remember Romain Grosjean, who used to race in Formula 1, who was obviously finished his last race, which was not the nicest way possible, where he somehow, obviously, got himself out of the fireball, which left him some burns to his hands. And then, so nearly 5 years later, he got the chance to drive a Formula 1 car again in the Haas at Mugello in the tyre tests, which is so nice to see somebody who obviously made a name for himself for once, having done some got some podium finishes to his name, and never got to win a race, of course, but he'd been around the sport well, for just over a decade, and then so yeah, that and then obviously thoughts of prayers go to Lewis, you know, for and his family on his dog, because any dog lovers out there, well, Lewis's dog's not been well lately, as he got pneumonia and then got put into a coma. Bless. played such a huge part in Lewis's life. Roscoe, the British Bulldog. And it's crazy that even if you have a certain dog, that there are a lot more to pets than what people think, because they are part of the family and will make such a difference to your life and to get you through the good and bad. Even I grew up having German Shepherds since I was a baby, and I've got one of her who's 11-year-old, and the dog still thinks she's 2 in her head. So even if they last longer than 10 years, if a certain dog lasts longer than 10 years, then that's when you start to feel grateful for the dog being around for such a long time. And Roscoe's like 11, something like that. And there's not many British Bulldogs, unless somebody tells me any different, that they can live up to a good age, which of course Roscoe lived such a good life, and then so we're just sparing a moment to send his prayers. Somebody's had a spinner there. So I've got less than 5 minutes until we get to the end of qualifying. So AMS Drift King with a 129.4. So had to come off the throttle there to keep it pointed in the right direction. So we'll just have a cool down rule. Cool down for a moment. Let somebody by. And I believe that's somebody on a flying lap, so I'll be kind to let this person by. Got DMC's jumped up to second. Got to use a lot of steering input to have some front end tyre temperature grip. Even increase the tyre pressures as well. So got nobody behind me, but somebody's approaching very quickly. So I'll crack on now for what is going to be my last couple of flying laps. Maybe get one more lap in, if I can hold it together. Player Sport's not far off me as well, so the track is evolving nicely. Got it on the front row momentarily. Come on. Purple in this sector. Looking promising, but can't promise anything. There we go. Oh, that felt good. We've got some cars up by. You're gonna have to, if you're not on the flyer, pull over to one side, please. Unless you're on a flying lap. Just need to get that traction through this uphill section, which is a little bit difficult for some. Three attempts down. Not going to go any quicker, but should be enough. Should be enough. Just give the other car some time and space up hand. So that is myself on pole position. Unless all changes in the last 18 seconds or so, which I can't see that. Or the last car to come across. Get in there, Danny, for pole position. Well done, everyone. So let's have a look at the grid. So we've got myself on pole position with AMS Drift King. We've got DMC in third, Delta Bell in fourth, Lead Foot 1982 in fifth, Jamaica in sixth. We've got Player Sport in seventh. We've got Teh in eighth. We've got Ted in ninth. We've got Castle Rage in 10th. We've got Airforce in 11th. We've got Brex David in 12th. Daigo in 13th. We've got Agent in 14th. Legend Lion in 15th, sorry. And we've got Nodpap bringing up the rear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So we've got our friend Sergio in the lobby. Welcome along. Welcome along, buddy. Hope you're well. So let's get this second race underway, shall we? So best of luck, everyone. And let's have a clean race as well. As we've got our friend HKS in the lobby. So without further ado, let's get this second race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grid start with 4-star checkers on as well. Handbrake or foot brake, your preference. Oh, almost almost closed the lobby. Anyhow, best of luck, everyone. And be mindful into turn 1 and the first lap also. Come on, come on. DMC in the Ferrari off to a rocket start. Made it through safely. Got quite a gap there. And everybody else is playing it safe, which is so far no issues. So far so good. Cold tyres and brakes, bear that in mind. Drift King's been involved in something. I don't know what happened there. So whoever's made contact with the other person and gets called out will just be a simple booting, because it's not fair on anybody else that's had their race ruined by contact from somebody. So a couple of people have left. DMC's within striker distance, for sort of striker distance. Getting tail happy there, DMC. In the monster Ferrari. VR46. Built up quite a gap unless DMC had a half-second penalty dished out to him, or a mistake on their own. Just need to keep it on the road. So I've got myself in the lead, DMC in second, lead footage third. Mike in fourth, Delta Bell in fifth, Lion in sixth, Player Sport in seventh. We've got a bit of a change going off with eighth place. Daigo's in eighth at the minute. Disco's in the lobby. And Drift Kings are up into 8th. Alright, buddy, you're just here to spectate or something? Perhaps the person's flashing lights to try and put people off the braving officers. I'm only joking, but bit of a lonely race. Well, not sort of a lonely race, but I've still got the Ferrari right behind me. Just need to keep everything under control. For this last lap of the bit. So we're in the last lap now, with myself in the lead, DMC is second, lead 43rd. The Stig is in and left. I was going to say that we have the Stig from Top Gear who spared a moment to say hello. Thank you very much. Pogtel is left, no problem. Thank you very much for taking part in my open lobbies, Ted. More than welcome anytime, if you're free. So coming around the last two corners in the second race of the evening. Just got one more corner to go. Keeping it together. And Danny C wins the race in Red Bull's back garden in a monster car. Get in there, Danny. And DMC makes it to P2 in the monster Valentino Rossi livery. Player Sport gains a place, and AMS Drift King, having had a moment somewhere in the first lap, crawled their way back into P8, so hats off to Drift King. Not really sure what happened there, unless somebody gives me a different perspective. So let's grab the replay. Grab the replays if you want them. So I got to myself in the win. DMC in second, Lead Foot in third, Jamaica in fourth, Delta Bell in fifth, Player Sport in sixth, Leland in seventh, AMF Drift King in eighth with the fastest lap to their name. Aelfos in ninth, Daigo in 10th, and there's Pogtelli, Castle Rage, Break David, Te, Adrian's the only ones to retire from this race. And because I won the race, I get to choose the track. So thanks, GG. So let's head off to where should we head off to? I'll tell you where, actually. We'll go Trial Mountain. We'll head off to Trial Mountain and then set it to evening. Up the continuation countdown to 2 minutes at least. Keep the qualifying Unless anybody wishes for a short qualifying, feel free to say so. Rams joined the room. Good job I saved the lobby settings because we had somebody who's just still initializing. No problem. No problem, Cello. Excuse me. Right. Got the lobby settings saved. Well, we had somebody finished initializing. There we go. There we go. Right. What shall we be out in? So, just tell people. I'll give it 7 minutes. Quali starting in 7 minutes. Drift King's left, no problem. Thank you for joining, Drift King. And well done for today. So, whilst we wait for the, well, put out the qualification announcement in, so I'll just have a quick toilet break and then we'll keep going. Not sure if the lobby's going to fill up once more, but unless I refresh the lobby, but we'll see how that goes. So I'll be 2 secs. Is it me, or is it just this lobbies that's not filling up quickly? We'll go out in the BMW once more. Eventually it will. Unless if it's just a choice of track. So when qualifying gets once qualifying is underway, obviously, for those who are joining in the middle of the qualifying session, can go and race this one if they wish to, whilst the qualifying's currently on the way. I was just looking at how much I can override this thing at 5th gear. But at least I know now, so I've got Craig in the Ferrari, let him by. Just spare a moment to say thanks to Craig after he congratulated me for the last race. Right, let's have a look at who we got out, shall we? So we've got Leland in the Lexus. And there's Sergio in the Porsche. And there's Player Sport, our friend, in the Ferrari. And there's DMC in the Ferrari. Danny C, Delta Bell. So I think we're all good to get to qualifying underway. So anybody joining in the middle of the qualifying, please listen to go and join the race if you wish. I have no issue no issue setting the grid up. Quality started soon. Best of luck. And please leave space. And be respectful as well. So good luck everyone. Let's get qualifying underway. So I have Delta Bell, who's just chilling in the pits along with me. So I might as well just make a move. Got a clear track in front of me. Get the tyres warmed up as well as increasing the tyre pressures. Oh, a little tap with the wall. I'll get some more temperature on the brakes. Oh, there's a blip up ahead. There we go. Lovely exit. Let's see what lap time can I do on my first run. Thank you for letting me by. So I've got 60 minutes left. Getting close to the time where some people will be finishing off their first flying laps. So we're starting to see some more times coming through after they've done their first run. Got a 50.7. Got rocket in. And left. Was going to ask if the rocket wants to race this one, but didn't take long to leave the lobby. Got Cullions in. Ah, never mind. Ah, snap of oversteer. Gonna compromise me. Run up to the start-finish line. Obviously, I were a few times down, so You can't find the balancer today. Well, there's this car that's currently the one to use. Obviously, I'm not sure if you're trying 5 to the rear on the brake balance, if that helps. So regardless how the qualifying is going to go, yes, it takes some adapting to for sure for some, and if you got that the confidence of having the ability to catch the rear end mid corners, then obviously it's just building it up, which is another thing, and I have no problem just having that. Having that sort of driving style in order to trail brake if needs be, and then of course we'll just have the confidence with the bit of braking input in certain places. It's like I've lifted now just to allow a bit of downforce without trying to abuse the track limits. Probably not the quickest way around, but we'll see in the first sector alone. Sort of okay. Even Delta Bell's not far off me as well. And he's pitted. I thought he was going to challenge for pole for once. Unless anybody else shows up. So I'm leaving 5th gear alone, revving it to 166, 167 mile an hour. The track's slowly ramping up as well. Allege's got pole position, but it's over to me if I can pinch pole position. Ah, so close. So close. So well done to Leyend for getting pole position. Got Leyend in the Lexus, and there's myself in the BMW Sprint model of the M6. Delta Bell in the Endurance model of the M6. The Porsche. Obviously, the Porsche is obviously proper looser with its rear end for when you apply the brakes whilst trail braking. Even if you get it to 5 to the rear on the brake balance, with the Porsche being mid-engined rear-wheel drive, of course, it's a totally different philosophy of car and engine placement compared to the front-engine rear-wheel drive cars, where you have the Lexus RCF and BMW M6, and yeah. So you're not far off. You're not far off Paul. So take my hat off to you to say that. Well, without even speculating, that some might be the cars to use, some might not be. But it's anybody's preference really until the other day. I don't expect an update to come next month or the month after, simply because obviously you'll have the big update that's all going to be carried over from what should have been November's update, all translating onto December update for when the spec free update comes out. So I've got Lion taking pole position with myself in second, Delta Bell in third. We've got Player Sport in fourth, Sergeant in fifth. We've got DMC in sixth. Yeah. So the thing is, like, the Mercedes, to me, it's a bit understeery. Obviously, in the sprint a bit, it's not too bad. Whereas on the tyre wear, it's a different story. So, obviously, we'll get this race underway. So, best of luck, everyone. Have a good one. And let's have a clean race as well. To say that there's 6 of us or so. Have fun out there. So, let's get down to business and do the talking on the track in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Grid start with 4-star checkers on too. Still. Go on. Ferrari's off to a quick start as expected, and that's Craig in the lead. Craig with a wicked start there from P wherever he was to P1, but he's slopped back into P2 and is got a half-second penalty. So sorry to see that, brother. Trying to stay within the slip of Lion, the American. Oh, he's clipped the wall. He's feeling it. He's feeling the pressure. He got one a bit wide there. allowing me to get a good exit, get even closer to the American. Where's he gonna go? Is he gonna defend? Or is he just gonna let me by? Can I go for the dive down the inside? Maybe not. Got myself set in the fastest lap. I was wearing lap 3 of 5. Can feel that rear end snapping on the Lexus. Which is what it's more liable to do. Much closer than I had been. He's going defensive. Who's going to be last on the brakes? HKS making up some ground as well, is in P3, which is where he is now. Rocket's back in. Has he hit the wall? Surely he's hit the wall. I'm getting closer and closer. Right within striking distance. I'm making a move. Who's going to be last on the brakes? I saw him coming. So we're in the last lap now. US versus UK. Who wins this battle? representing two different manufacturers. Legends feeling the pressure. Left him just enough space. Just within the slip, within striking distance. Kicking up the grass. This is it, it's all or nothing. Well done, mate. Well done. I enjoyed that. I'm not fussed where I finish, as long as you enjoyed yourself, as well as I have, regardless on the result. That's all that matters. GG's. GG's. Well done to HKS on P3, Delta Bell in 4th, Player Sport in 5th. So, do you want to choose a track for us, please, if there's a certain track you have in mind? So, thanks to Craig as well. Spa it is, so we'll head off to Spa in a moment. So, as we've got Lion taking the win with myself in 2nd, HKS in 3rd, Delta Bell in 4th, Player Sport in 5th, DMC 6th. So we're off to Spa-Francorchamps. Welcome along, Ryan. Welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're well. So we're off to Spa, wherever I can find it. And then we'll have the continuation time to, what is it? A little longer, because it's a slightly longer track as well. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear, Ryan. Thank you for tuning in regardless. So let's put the qualification announcement in. Quali starting in, give it 7 minutes. Unless if you want to refresh, it's up to you. If you wish to have some more people, I have no problem with that. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I can't wait for that too. I also can't wait for the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve that's coming onto the track as well. So there. Yeah. Yes, I remember you, Archie. I remember you. It's been a while. It's been a while since you came here in my lobbies and on the stream. So I hope you've been keeping well, my friend. And you know, it's where do we begin? Well, speaking of which, that with the new update that's just been added with some of the usual new cars, and obviously there you have There you have 8 new cars, which 4 of them, of course, are obviously seen on the images and the bits and pieces and so on. But yeah, let's have a look at what should we be out in. I think if we go AMG, we'll go with the AMG, and we'll get the feel of the track and all. So we have got to so many, so we may as well just keep this lobby going. So I'll be on till approximately 10 o'clock UK time. So therefore we can get the get myself up and moving once more. We already got we're already at 3:30, Craig. I just updated on my YouTube channel, or just refreshed our page or something, and then I've already got 330. So I'm still at 330. Just looking on it now. So anybody liking the content on what I'm doing, whether it's open lobbies, obviously going to some league race adventures now and then sometimes daily races. Anybody liking the content on what I'm doing, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Yes, definitely. I've refreshed on your phone or a laptop is all it takes, just to get the updated numbers. Unless they might, you never know that there may be like some that come and go, and then you just keep doing what you're doing and enjoying what makes you happy, which is the most important thing. As long as everybody's being civil and respectful and enjoying their spare time playing this game, then that's the main criteria, of course. Or even those who tune in to spare a moment to say hello while on the go, whatever they could be doing, then your time is always appreciated, regardless of if you are racing or watching the stream. So yes, and obviously it's been over a month since I've done last I've done a league race, and yeah, that speaking of a league race, having got a third place in Jimmy's British Touring Car Championship, and if I had to miss that one race meeting, or even have some races where it could have gone better, a championship would have been mine. But there's always another opportunity for sure. Yeah, it's like somebody said to me that, and from early on today, when I was going for a haircut, that having, for example, they've not beaten on FIFA, what is now called FC, the football game, where if you've not been on there for a certain amount of time, whether it's weeks or even months, or even a few days or whatnot, then the ribbon drops on that occasion, where you might come across some people that might will have enough time and space on their hands, to whoop you, which is not a nice, pleasant experience for some. But obviously, we all got our own lives to deal with, but we're all got our own things to do for sure, which is totally understandable. So that's why, to me, it doesn't matter how fast or slow you are, as long as you're clean and respectful. That's the main thing. Therefore, it makes others feel more welcome and nice, which minus costs nothing. Yeah, take your time there, Archie, and don't feel too rushed, and just bide your time and effort to it, and if you can, then obviously it would be lovely. And then if any reason you can't, it's not a problem, because you're always welcome to come if you're free. So obviously, so it's just the case of finding the time and effort, which because I work full time in my real life. I work full time in my real job, and then we have also a bit of spare time working out in the gym to remain in good shape, best I can, and as strong as possible physically and mentally. And yeah, so yeah, up to you. So got a couple of more races in, at least 2 more races, including this one that I'm just about to fire up. First things first, qualifying, and then we crack on with the race. Even if there is some that is coming in during qualifying, obviously they can come and race this one if everybody else is okay with with me setting up the grid, which I have no issue with that at all. So we have Deco in the Mazda screaming its head off into turn 1. We have Hurricane in the Audi, and then we've got Lord of Rocket in the Jaguar. Here we've got Sergeant in the Corvette, Lion in the Lexus, Danny C, Player Sport, and Delta Belt. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for letting us know. So let's get qualifying underway, as it's been 7 minutes. Oh, we have got somebody joining in. And Archie's in. Welcome along, Archie. So we're just about to get qualifying underway. So say hello to our friend first things first. Quali starting soon. Best of luck. And please leave space and be respectful. Okie dokie. So let's get qualifying underway. Good luck, everyone. And thank you, Archie. Good luck to you as well. Gonna have to open the window or something, because it's getting a bit warm in this room. Let's get going. Oh, it's better now I've got the window open. Tyres and brakes warmed up nicely. Let's get this first flying lap on the way. Sergeant's left. Don't know what happened there, but if that's you done, buddy, thank you for joining. And there's somebody flashing the lights at turn 1 in the runoff. Come on. There we go. Purple in that sector, I know. Just need to get the braking together on the bus stop. Into the 17s, more like it. Oh, just too deep on that corner, but I still got pole. So unless somebody else pulls out a quick and wicked lap. Oh, leaving it late there with 16 thousandths of pole position. That's still a good time, brother. Although I could have gone a little quicker, but anyhow, there's no one around me, so I can just cruise all the way along. Well done, everyone. Unless anybody else can pick me to the line, the last lap. So, just got a message. Do you racing links for any teammates? Not got any league races going off at the minute, so unless there's some that wish to recommend to me, then say so. But it depends on my schedules, on my everyday work and open lobby services and so on. Oh, Delta Bell with 4 thousandths of a second. That is super close, buddy. Well done to you. Well done to you. What's Lylan got left? What's Deco got left? What's Hurricane got left? What's Rocket got left? 2, 1. Get in there, Danny. Pole position by 4 thousandths of a second and 16 thousandths of a second ahead of the American. This is about as close as you get between the top 3 in 3 different cars. That is crazy. Well done, everyone. No matter where you qualified, it's so spit the words out. So I got myself on pole position with Delta Bell in second, Layand in third, Deco in fourth, Hurricane in fifth. We've got Player Sport in sixth. We've got Archie in seventh. We've got Rocket in eighth. HK is the only one to not set time, but obviously left the lobby. So, and without further ado, best of luck, everyone. Let's have a clean race, and let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck, everyone. Spa race is about to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Best of luck, everyone. Grid start with all start check is on still. So, your preference, if you wish to use a foot brake or handbrake, your call. Wicked start from my side in the Mercedes. Like I'm carrying a train of people that want my slip. I don't need to know the gap because I can hear the V8 engine coming from the from Delta Bell's McLaren, and that silver chrome that's always been his kind of livery. Kit Dust is in. Welcome. So I got myself leading the race with Delta Bell in second, Leia in third, Deco in fourth, Hurricane in fifth, Archie in sixth, Rocket in seventh. We've got Player Sport in eighth. Ah, Leon's left. Sorry to see that, buddy, but thank you very much for joining, and well done for today. Have a great evening, great afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, and I hope to see you again soon. Hurricane's left. What's happening to some? 2 retirements in a space of a couple of corners. But I tell you what, Delta Bell's not giving this one up for sure. Unless he makes a mistake. Unless I make a mistake. Just keep it together. There we go. Thought I was going to run way wide on that bit of AstroTurf. And Deltavel's still gaining back some temps on the back straight. Sort of a back straight. He's still within my slip only just. Just over a second now on the run up to Eau Rouge. They're not up already on. I'm back to under a second. Got a little bit slower there for a moment, but still kept it on the road. So we're on the last lap now. Deltavel's much closer than ever. Kept it all under control from start to finish. Purple in this sector. Oh, Deltavel's lost a bit of touch there. It looks like I've got this one very much covered until we get through the last few corners. Foot flat to a foot. Round the final corner, Danny C takes the win. And the fastest lap as well. Get in there, Danny. Pull, win, fastest lap, and led every lap of the race. And that is a Grand Slam for you. Whew. So I'll grab the replays if you want them. But because I've won the race, I thought, you know what? You could choose the track, Delta Bell. Why not? I'll pass it to somebody else. And so, thank you, Archie. And well done to those who took part on this one. So, I've got myself taking the win with the fastest lap, having started on pole and led every lap of the race. Delta Bell in second. Deco in third. Player Sport in fourth. Rocket in fifth. Archie in sixth. Yes, GG. Awesome racing. Enjoyed that. So, because I've passed the baton on to Delta Bell, you can choose the track if there's a certain track he has in mind. Fuji, no problem. So we're going to end the stream at Fuji, as this is the last race of the stream. Unless there's enough people who showed up, we'll see how that goes. So we're off to Fuji. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're slow, Archie. As long as you're enjoying yourself, regardless on the result. That's the most important thing, of course. So let's see if we can. Probably go for a room refresh. To fill up the lobby. Obviously, we've got some who are up for racing this one, just as it is. So. Good job I've got the lobby settings saved as well. So let's see what others have got to say. No problem. So, apologies for the inconvenience. So I'm just going to close this lobby and then make up a new one and see how that goes from there. Because normally later on it becomes later on. Later choice, a certain lobby. And then also, because when you first open up a lobby up, and the first thing that people look at is the first thing you see, the title and everything. So it's just got to be spot on. Unless there's some that's not joining as much as what you would have liked, even if it's a certain track or car combination or whatnot. But other than that, we shall open up a new lobby as we're about to return back to the track at Fuji, where the World Endurance Championship race is taking place for this weekend, mixed with hypercars and LMP2s, something like that, and then GT3s. So, let's see how many people join in this time. Craig is back in. Archie's back in. Clan is back. And Clan is in. Welcome, Clan. Rocket's back in. Ted King Dog. And we've got another person joining in as well. In fact, the lobby's filled up even more now. So, welcome, welcome. Told you, do the trick. And Delta Bell's back in. Welcome back, Delta Bell. So, for those of you who wish to race in my open lobbies, as long as you are clean and respectful, regardless on your pace, that's the main criteria for sure. And if you're comfortable with a certain group, then group of car, then obviously, therefore, that we'll go from there. So, and because this is the last race of the stream, and apologies in advance to those who are just joined in. So, we have got more and more people in. So, this is the last race of the stream. So, quali in, we'll give it 6 minutes. And look at that, it's filling up, it's worked. Thank you very much, and welcome to those who are joining as well. Sorry that this is the last race of the stream, because obviously been on since 7:25, something like that. So nearly 3 hours. So it's been a good night, and I'm sure, and I hope you boys and girls have enjoyed yourselves, no matter the outcome. So for those who were to wish to add me on the PlayStation, then I'll just give you it here. For those who wish to race in my open lobbies in the future, whatever car category I throw at. There we go. So I'm going to be out in the Lambo, the noisy V10. Don't it just sound so amazing? And Skelly's in! Skelly's in! Welcome along! Thank you very much for joining in. And if you just joined in, Skelly, this is the last race of the stream. So this is our friend Skelly, who's joined in my open lobbies the other week. So we'll spare a moment to say hello to our friend Skelly. So for those who don't know Skelly, he has a channel for those that like to go and check him out on YouTube. He streams normally Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, where Sundays he too has an open lobby service, well, where it's in Group 4, Group 3 on GT7 for those who like to go and check him out. He also does play Call of Duty now and then as well. Obviously, I haven't been on Call of Duty in a couple of months, so it's just let these people by. And we've got Craig from Player Sport. Let's see how this car feels. Can rev it to 162. While leaving 5th gear. So we have some familiar YouTubers in my lobby. So we've got Player Sport, who is a weekend service person, obviously. Mostly for Saturdays, of course, in the GR3s, as it is stands. We've got Skelly, who's also does some daily races and some open lobbies too. And there's myself running open lobbies. And posting other types of stuff. So I've got my practice lap in. So we'll just have a look at who we've got out of the grid. So we've got 16 out of 16. Thank you very much for your continued support. And anybody who likes the content, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Appreciate your support. So I've got Skelly in the Toyota Supra. And there's Doug in the Porsche. And there's Craig in the Lambo. Behind him is Mario Schmitz. And there's Speed Demon in the Lambo. And there's Electric. And so we'll spare a moment to say hello to somebody who is just spare a moment to say hello. And there's Archie in the McLaren. And there's CJ Net in the Nismo GTR 2013 model. Oh, this car just gives me goosebumps when that 2013 model goes around the track. And obviously we've got Ted King Dog as well in the Corvette. King Greedy in the Porsche. Mario Schmitz in the McLaren. And there's myself, Kamikaze, Delta Bell, chilling in the pits. So there is a slot for somebody who wishes to race in this one. So we're just going to have to get going as well. Quali started soon. Best of luck. And please leave space. And be respectful. So everybody's ticked in 15 of us in at the moment, unless somebody joins at the last second. So good luck everyone. Qualifying first, and then we get on with the race. 10 minutes is long enough unless somebody wishes to have a shorter qualifying as of 5 minutes. So please send. And no issues with qualifying, 10 minutes qualifying. It works out pretty well in my views, because you get enough chances to get a lap in, even if you haven't got a clean lap together, or even yeah. Right, let's head out to the track. Oh, Paul, so sorry. This is the last race of the stream. I was just going to say that if you wish to race this one, then obviously it's up to you. And unless you wish to spectate, then it's totally fine. Oh, Floki, welcome along. Sorry that this is the last race of the stream. If you're just tuning in. Thank you for letting me buy Delta Bell. Starting to see some quality times coming through. Skelly's on pole a minute. It could change it in the next 60 and a bit minutes. With the track evolving so much. Got myself on pole momentarily. Thank you for letting me by. This lap feels much better. Well, I say better, but not far off my personal best. Even player sports got into the 39s. Let's see what that time can bring me up to. Into the 38s. 2 bloody mini laps. I've done 4 laps so far. 1 out lap and then obviously on to me 5th, and thank you for waiting by. So once we get into the sprint race, 5 laps, if that's what you mean. Gonna have to cool down a bit, and I'm not a quick lap, so I'll let you by. Just need to get a move on because I've got somebody right behind and all. Just let this person by. Go, go, go. Best get a mate can move on and give that person a slip. Well, sort of a slip. But there you go. Whoever's behind me. So I've got the South African on the runoff area, chilling. Thank you for letting me by. What's this lap time going to give us? A slightly clicky one. I'll take it. Even there's a Lamborghini. It's a Lamborghini 123. And Craig's in the 39s also. So let's see how close Delta Bell with a 39, whatever, 39.4. So well done everyone. I'm the only driver to get a 38. What is going off? Is it just like myself and car combination? I don't know. So, well done everyone. So, let's have a look and just want to take a screenshot or something and then, yep, well done everyone. So we've got myself taking pole position with Delta Bell in second, Player Sport in third, Rocket in fourth, SDM's in fifth, we've got Skelly in sixth, we've got Speed Demon in seventh, Doc in eighth, we've got King Greedy in ninth, Altrak in 10th, we've got Kamikaze in 11th, we've got RG in 12th, CJ Net in 13th, Ted King Dog in 14th. We have Mario Schmitz, who was in this lobby but left. So, let's have a green race, of course. So, obviously, 14 of us racing for the last one of the stream. So, best of luck, everyone. Have a good one. And just be clean. And be careful at turn 1 and beyond. Okay, because it is a very heavy braking point at turn 1, so just be very mindful on the brakes. Alright, so sorry to those who have just joined in for this one. I just need to get this race underway. And without further ado, let's get this last race underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Great start with 4-star chickies on. Handbrake or foot brake, your preference. We've got SDMs with a flying start in the Ferrari. A bit of carnage going off there at the background. I'm not sure what happened, but somebody got turned around. CJ Net's the one who left. So it looked like they were him within that Nismo, so from my side, everyone got around okay. Apart from someone that was unfortunate to get collected. So I've got SDMs with a big gap between Delta Bell and myself. Well, not myself, but Delta Bell and SDMs ahead of Player Sport. Snake 666, welcome along. Sorry, this is the last race of the stream. Had to back off with the steering just a little bit so I don't exceed the track limits on that bit. Just want to spare a moment to listen to this noisy V10 engine roar. Beautiful, beautiful engine note from the Lamborghini Huracan GT3. So I've got Delta Bell still within striking distance. Oh no, Delta Bill! So sorry to see this, buddy. So sorry to see this. It was so good until that happened, but I'm not sure if he's well, probably get a load of people behind him on the last lap. But I was going to slow down just a little touch, and I'll just bring it home. I'll just bring it home. Oh well. On to cruise control. Just to slow the gap down in order to give Delta Bell some fairness, because it was such a close, wicked race until he lost it on the last corner. But so he's got a bit of a gap to Doc. Well, he's not far off him, probably over a second, unless he's right within striking distance. Well done, buddy. Well done, buddy. Get in there, Danny. I heard some tyre screeching, so a bit of spinning going off there. So, well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. Well done, Skelly, for the P4. P5 is mine, says Craig, as he would always say. Anywhere in the top 5, happy days for Craig. But as he's got his P5. Well done, Craig. Well done. And thank you very much for being with me, like, for this whole evening. Your company is really, really appreciated. And I hope you boys and girls have enjoyed yourself for this Friday evening. So, grab the replays if you want them. So, I'd just like to spare a moment, once I get this replay saved, spare a moment to say thanks for joining. Subscribe to my YouTube at it's Danny C. See you next time and take care all. Smiley face. That sums went wild a tad about last lap on the last one. No problem. SDMs, yeah, I know what you mean. So just spare a moment to say and Delta Bell, so many names to thank about who was racing my line. Don't take it too hard if I missed anybody out. And yeah, so yeah, have a good night to you, Archie. Have a good night to you. So, I've got myself, who's clinched the race win, the last one of the stream. And we've got Delta Bell in P2, and we've got Doc in 3rd, Skelly in 4th, Player Sport in 5th, P5 is his, Rocket in 6th, Speed Demon in 7th, we've got STMs in 8th, Archie in 9th, we've got Kamikaze in 10th, King Greedy in 11th, Ted King Kong and King Dog in 12th. CJ Attract, the only ones to retire from this race. So, thank you very much. Glad to enjoy yourself, Craig. And let's see if there's any lobbies going on at this time of the day. So, yes, P5 is yours. Enjoy it. So, let's see if there's any lobbies that are going on. And Clean Fly Lapper, there's a GR3 lobby run by Jimbo involving Floki. That name familiarizes me with that name from the TV series. Even we have a next door neighbor who's got a staffy dog called Floki. Bless him. So there's not really much going off on the open lobbies for tonight. So yeah, I've just seen a new subscriber, which I mean, Yemi has subscribed. Thank you very much. Feel free to like and subscribe for any if you like to see more of my open lobby services, as well as the bits and pieces that I do, etc. Appreciate your contribution in my community. So let's see what I win. It had to be something like that. It had to be a carbon propeller shaft. Lovely stuff. couldn't do anything more than that. So, right. No problem there, Yemi. No problem at all. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much, well, for the sub. Appreciate it a lot, and nice to meet you as well. Yes, appreciate your time, Craig, and thank you very much for joining. And those of you who don't know Craig, he's got some open lobby services around 8 o'clock-ish UK time on Saturday evening for those who like to race on these lobbies. So go check him out on YouTube for those who are interested. So it's a first come, first serve basis, so you know the drill. So, right. I'd just like to spare a moment and say thank you very much to those of you who are tuned in to say hello while on the go. Thank you very much to those of you who've been taking part, and thank you very much for what is a nice night, well, from my side. Obviously, for some, obviously lasted a race or two, then regardless, your time is appreciated to race in my community for some open lobbies and so on. Yes, RB, welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. So, really appreciate it, Craig, and I'll do my best to I'll pop around, say hello while I'm on the go. I promise you. No problem, Skelly. Thank you very much for joining as well, and for those who are interested as well, on Sunday, Skelly does have open lobbies, whether it's in Group 3, Group 4, on Sunday, 6 o'clock UK time. So go and check him out as well. He also does stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays for some daily races and so on. And of course goes on to play Call of Duty for those who are into that sort of stuff. So, yes, by any means, well, you do what's best for yourself, Craig, and I support that. Prioritize you, and you'll be fine. So, thank you very much, Rocket. Thank you very much, and really appreciate your company, and enjoyed yourself, and glad to hear that you enjoyed yourself also. Yes, GG's, everyone. Look at them, like they're all like getting together a spare moment, saying like, "Well done to those, regardless where they finish." It's just like, just what you want, isn't it? Just that kindness, and because manners cost nothing. Even if there are some that might not have anything nice to say, you just keep walking your own path and push yourself to continue to be the best version of yourself with whatever the current environment has to offer. Do you know what I mean? So, I have no idea what I'll be running. And there we go. That so you guys, you boys and girls, know what you're doing. Just have a look at each other's channels, if they have a channel or do any sort of service, whether it's on a racing game and whatnot. And yes, appreciate it, and appreciate your time and efforts regardless. And so, I'm not sure what I'll be running on Tuesday, although it's going to be a bit of a short one, approximately 6:30 UK time, with a bit of practice and then race, just to get a bit more racing in. We'll get on with the normal schedules. German Kiwi, welcome along. How have you been, buddy? Thank you very much for joining in, and I hope you've been keeping well, and I hope all is well for you too, and best wishes to you, regardless, whatever you've been up to. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I remember German Kiwi from racing from one of the daily races in the Formula 3500 from early this year, Circuit Catalunya. Yes, I felt good tonight for some reason, and do you know what? It's just it's not been too bad, but well, obviously at the same time, you just got to showcase the sportsmanship when you, even if you feel you're at fault about making contact with somebody, you just want to do the right thing and not worry too much where you end up about. Just to showcase your humanity and the respect and that sense. So, but so yeah, I remember German Kiwi racing one of the daily races from So yeah. Obviously, I knew the new Ferrari 296 GT3 that's coming out in December that might tempt you to pay so much interest in that, because it was the one of the cars that has been talked about in ACC. So, and that's the current GT3 car that Ferrari are using at this moment in time in the real world. So, but yeah, so what's left here? I think that's very much it tonight from my side. And yes, and bring on spec-free update. So not be expecting too much for the next couple of months, but until we get to the big one. Yes, the big one, spec-free. So we're the first big spec updates since November 2023. Feels like yesterday. So, right. So, anybody liking the content, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see some of my content on. You want to be part of racing in my open lobbies. Some YouTube shorts I create on every now and then. Sometimes daily races. I haven't done much league races, but I'm willing to give that a go once more when I get the chance to do so. And yeah, so on that note, I'm going to have to cut short as I'm about to go and get some fish and chips sorted, because it's like fish and chips at Friday, innit? So, which is a British traditional thing. Fish and chips on a Friday. Why not? So, I'm going to have to cut short on this one now. And may you all have a great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, whatever you're up to. And I hope to see you all again soon. And I'll be live when I return to the next episode. And may you all have a good one. And for myself, Danny C, credit to so many names to thank. Credit to those who spend a moment to say hello. We're on the go. Credit to those. And in other words, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.